Hi everyone, it's Spring Christine. I just wanted to stop in and say hey and let everybody know that I'm out of the hospital. As soon as they found out that the surgeon who did the subtotal colectomy was affiliated with their hospital, pretty much all treatment had stopped. And I was sent home. I was pretty much told for the first 3 days that that was the reason that I was so sick and why I could not maintain or absorb nutrition. I was told that by 3 hospitals, including them. But then after finding out that that surgeon was affiliated, they started covering up for him and stopped talking about the subtotal colectomy. And like I said, the treatment stopped. They sent me home. I'm sorry, my eyes are still a little kind of creepy looking. They're sunken still. I still have some swelling because my numbers aren't right yet. But on the discharge papers, it doesn't say anything about the subtotal colectomy. It just talks about starvation. It talks about nutrients and stuff like that. There's no plan of attack. There is no future treatment. There are no suggestions. There are no follow-ups. There's nothing at all. They acted like they were going to help me, like they knew what was going to go on. There was going to be transplants. There was going to be something that they could do, even if it was a feeding tube or a PICC line or whatever. And then all of a sudden everything just stopped because of the surgeon. And so they just kind of, put me off onto the road and left me to my own devices. They took the PICC line out before I was even ready to be discharged. I sat in my room for almost 6 hours without the PICC line or anything before I left the room. And so I don't know what that was all about. They stopped giving me my meds, including my pain meds, but told me I couldn't take my prescription ones for home. So I don't know why they couldn't give them to me, but I couldn't take mine. That didn't make sense either. So I'm not sure. I really just don't know. It just seems so weird how they were all gung-ho about helping, and then they find out after I gave them all of the surgery reports. I have multiple copies of all of them, and I gave them one copy of all of them. And as soon as they saw them, their whole thing changed. They saw that their surgeon did 23 surgeries on me in 9 years. He was overzealous. There were multiple mistakes done. The subtotal colectomy was unnecessary. it showed that there was supposedly a birth defect with my bowel, and it was just loose in there, and all he had to do was just reconnect it and see if that would have fixed the problem, but instead just was overzealous and decided to just chop everything up anyway. And I was told he was only taking part of the colon. The report says he took the total colon, and then the lab report says he submitted 5 feet of colon, part of the ileum, and part of the bowel. So I don't even know what is going on right now. Like I said, there's no plan, there's no treatment, there's no anything. I don't have a clue of why this hospital is doing what it's doing. But now I have to start over and try to get with my family doctor to see where to go from here. And I may have to go all the way to Cleveland, which is 4 hours away, but if that's what I have to do to try to get better for my kids and my grandkids, I guess that's what I have to do. But I'm sure, or I'm hopeful, that that's far enough away from this doctor that there's no affiliation and they aren't going to discriminate against me because of what somebody else did to me. I don't care what happened, really. I just want to be fixed. I want to be able to walk. I just want to be able to walk. I want some muscle to be able to lift myself. I want to pick my grandbabies up. I just want to be at least 25% back to normal. I'm not asking for everything back as long as I can have something and be able to live. That's all I want. I just want to be able to live for my kids and my grandkids. I'm going to figure it out. With or without that hospital, I will figure it out. I will figure it out. You know, I had my son-in-law take me to the store earlier, and I couldn't even comfortably get in my own house because I couldn't climb the steps. I had to walk completely around the front of my house to try to get up small little dips or hills to be able to get to a step that's small enough to hold on to stuff so I wouldn't fall. And this is my life now. So now how am I supposed to get my house when I can't even do construction anymore to the point where I can get in it? How am I supposed to get my house to the point where I can walk through it without hurting myself? How am I supposed to get my laundry room to the point where I'm not going to fall through the floor? How am I supposed to get my bathroom plumbing to where I can use the shower instead of trying to walk into a tub or step up into a tub? I can't step up into a tub anymore. How am I supposed to fix the toilet to make it taller so that I'm not trying to hoist myself up when I can't use my knees anymore? You don't think about this stuff when you can do it. But then when you can't do it, and then you're like, how can you do it? You have no means of doing it anymore. No means. No means financially. No means physically. It's all gone. It's just all gone. But you got to try to figure it out. I don't know how I'm gonna figure it out. But I'm gonna try to figure it out. Just people, please start thinking about getting prepared. You just don't know what's gonna happen. It just happens in the blink of an eye. I spent 3 weeks in my bed with 2 visits to an emergency room, not knowing that I was literally dying. I was laying in my bed dying. I was leaking fluid and nutrients into my sheets, out of my pores, into my bed, swollen with 40 pounds of water weight, not being able to walk, not being able to move, crying in pain and begging somebody to take me to the hospital after crying and begging to die. 3 weeks of it. And then I spent 2 weeks in a hospital in critical care, begging and crying and pleading for God to please help me and save me. And then I come out to this, and then it's back to square one. I just pray to God that I can keep up with this nutrients thing and just do this insure and whatever else I have to do until I can find somebody else that can help me without malice or without some kind of, I don't know, affiliation with some stupid doctor that thinks he's God. I don't know what they're thinking, but I just don't know. But thank you for letting me vent. I'm sorry. I don't mean to, but I really don't have anybody to talk to. So, everybody just think and plan ahead. I wish I would have. I thought I started to because I knew things were getting bad, but I just didn't get it done quick enough. I just didn't get it done quick enough. So, you know what? Love your family with all your might. Do it now. Do it while you're alive. Make sure you know that they know that you love them before you're gone. That's the most important thing. Because that's something that they will always remember when you are gone. Love you guys. Take care. Bye.